Hello and welcome back. Hey, I've just got back from visiting the local cafe. I drove my car there and I want to share, maybe it's a bit of a weird but hopefully sticky idea your way. And that is that reverse parking in a car park is future you's love language. I know it's a bit wordy, but stay with me. So here's the scene. Today I was driving in to the car park. It was pretty much full. There was one park left. And as I was driving in, I noticed that the cars on either side of me had reverse parked in. But because I was in a rush, I just no, I'll just get the park. And then, I was craving my coffee. So I just wanted to be as speedy as possible and just dash in. So I drove in, nose first. It was quick, it was easy, no thought required, done. But then obviously got my coffee, went back to the car, and then I had to reverse out. And because the car park is so full, someone's basically tailgating me to get my car park. So I get in and then now I've got to perform this reverse car park. It was tight between the other two cars. It was just a little bit annoying, right? I was juggling my coffee, I was juggling a bag. And the last thing I wanted to do was stuff up this reverse out. Even though I've got a reverse camera, it makes it easier. But I just thought, why didn't I, on arrival, just reverse into this? Now, this is a point when you actually work in high-risk industries, I worked in mining, you get drilled into reverse park always. And even in our company car park, it was a multi-story car park, everyone in that business reverse parked in. Because I've been out of corporate life for 6 years and out of this whole culture of reverse parking, I've kind of got out of the habit. But as I was thinking of it, it would have been a real gift to future Leanne 5 minutes later if I just taken that extra 30 seconds or so to reverse my car in. And actually it's much easier to reverse park because I do have that camera that reverses in. When I go head first, there's also, my car is quite low. There's a chance that I might scrape it on the curb or something like that. And how much better would it have been just knowing that the car park was busy, just to sail into my car and drive out. It's actually a real gift to yourself. So this little act of reverse parking, you're basically saying to yourself, I'm willing to do something mildly annoying now to make life easier later. And that's not just a driving choice. It's actually a mindset. It's the modern day marshmallow test. So remember that experiment that they did with the kids? It's no longer really relevant. There was a lot of flaws in the experiment. But basically what the Stanford marshmallow experiment was a study on delayed gratification in the 1970s. In the study, a child was offered a choice between one small but immediate reward or two small rewards if they waited a period of time. Basically, they were looking to see if you could delay your immediate gratification, would you receive greater rewards in the future? Does it predict success in life? The hypothesis is that it would actually, but they've disproven all of that. It is quite interesting to consider just even in your daily life. How can you make life easier for you? Where else in your life can you do the reverse park and actually take maybe a minute or so longer to do something up front and then enjoy the benefits later? So for me, it's things like leaving a few bits of white space in my calendar, particularly before or after big events, and just time blocking things out. It's saying no to a cool but not quite right opportunity. Even if I'm not too sure, saying no in advance just takes the strain out for either having to back out last minute, just taking that time and having the confidence to back yourself in that moment and say no up front. Some of the things could be setting up systems so you don't burn out doing things manually. What I've been doing, even you might have noticed as I'm just recording on the road with some people, I actually incorporate their introduction just as part of the podcast. So I don't have to go back and record an introduction, which creates more friction. So these are the things, they're really not glamorous at all. I actually call them the DBIs, the dull but important things. They're really not glamorous. They don't get applause, but they are little subtle, simple things that take really not too much time, just a little bit of extra effort in the moment to buy back, to make life easier for you in future. Driving to that cafe nose first, but often it can leave you stuck, cornered, or scrambling later. And we've all done it. We've all paid the price and just got a future version of me can deal with it. But I think a nice bit of self-care is giving a future version of you a bit of a gift, a bit of a get out of jail card as well. So just think about, are you trying to get through this minute with minimal friction? And sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is to reverse into that car park, take the extra 15 seconds and set yourself up for a smoother ride out. What a cool analogy. That's it from me today. Let me know what's your version of reverse parking. Tag me, DM me, or shout it out on the socials. And if you find this podcast useful, I'd love you to share it as well. I love hearing how these little metaphors land in your world, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.